Hello everybody, welcome to another video in the series of tips from Sapient Recruitment, geared at people in the IT industry, tips for candidates, tips for employers. Today's specific tip is aimed at candidates and I'll be talking about career progression. It's natural for most IT professionals to want to develop in their career. At the same time, as human beings, we like to get comfortable and it's easy to get stuck in your comfort zone. So sometimes there's opposing tension between the two. Now, you can find yourself in a company where you've been doing the same thing for a while, you're comfortable, you've got great colleagues, you've got your routines, but at some point you might realize that you're not developing, and that becomes an issue because development, as I mentioned before, should be one of the key goals for IT professionals. So in that situation, you have a few options open to you. You can have a talk with management, maybe let them know you're interested in specific things and they may be able to arrange for you to get exposure or access to these things. Now, most companies tend to have a fixed set of technologies that they deal with the exception of potentially MSPs. So what you will find more often than not is that you have a team assigned to each technology, and if you're not in that team, you don't have access to it, you don't get exposure to it. So if you've spoken to management and you realize that there's no realistic path for you to develop in that situation, then you're left with the option. You either stay where you are and just keep on doing what you're doing, or you have to be proactive and make a move. Another barrier to moving is that as you stay with a company over the years, you might be getting incremental raises. Now, the company's paying you because you've got accumulated knowledge that's specific to that company, and as such, there's value in that. Unfortunately, if you move somewhere else, they're more interested in what you can do and what your experience is with different technologies. So they may not necessarily be willing to pay for that, and you might find that other candidates who have more exposure than you do are probably maybe even asking for less than you're currently on. So you may be forced with the reality of having to take a pay cut. Now, that's up to the individual. I think you should look at your life, you should look at your responsibilities, look at your long-term goals and make that decision. It's not a decision I can make for you. It's something you're going to have to look at yourself and make a decision. All I can do is give you the tip that if you do decide to go for it, maybe one way to make it more acceptable is to change your perception. Some people pay money to take time off work and reskill, develop new skills, new technologies. What you could do is look at it as instead of taking a pay cut, although you're getting less at the end of the month, that money is going towards a course, which essentially is allowing you, the new job, to learn hands-on experience with real people, real clients, real colleagues in a real environment. So that is worth a lot. So in a way, your package maybe is what you're learning as well as what you're doing. So you may be earning less for what you're doing, but you're getting a lot more from what you're learning. So it kind of balances out, depends on how you look at it, and especially if you look at it in the long term. So that's my tip, is if you need to be proactive, make that move. If you need to take a pay cut, sometimes it might be worth doing that in order to get ahead. You have people who start new careers, not just in IT. Someone might be in sales and decide to go to IT or become a programmer, and they take that pay cut because they know what they want long term and they know they need to start maybe from the bottom. You may not be in that situation, but there are similarities. So that's my tip for today. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm happy to discuss this further. Please comment below. I'm always looking to hear what people think on the topic. And if you need to get in touch with me to discuss it privately, you can email me tips@sapientrecruitment.co.uk. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. As always, Sapient Recruitment, we're hoping to take the stress out of IT recruitment. Thank you.